hope is that we all get it. Don't give in to the pain, just keep living, cause
got dreams I'm striving for. So I'm gonna live higher. I'm gonna live higher. I got dreams I'm striving.
What's going on, guys? I'm super excited today. I have the one and only Elijah. We're gonna really discuss kind of what he was doing before real estate, how he got into real estate, what's working for him today, and we're going to talk a lot about affirmations because I know he's really big on that. So thank you so much, Elijah, for coming on this call for me.
No, thank you, Toby, for having the opportunity to talk to you and your peoples.
No problem. So for the people who don't know you, just give us a little brief background on what made you get into real estate, how you got started in real estate. Let's talk about that.
Sure. So I'll go forward so I can go backwards for us. So I've been doing real estate in Arizona. I mean, I've wholesale deals all over the country, but 90% of my deals are in Arizona. I've been doing real estate since 2004. So I'm in my 15th year. I've easily wholesaled over 750 properties, over $250 million worth of real estate transactions. You know, I'm nobody's guru. However, I have a lot of real life experience, and I feel obligated to share that experience to help shorten other people's gaps. And so to go back, I think, I've worked at every call center probably in Arizona at one point in time. So I knew I was good at sales. I knew I was good at talking to people, getting yeses, getting compliances. And then I got into club promotions. And then when I got into club promotion, I understood how to create human equity and how to get people the only person in the universe feel, get that VIP feel. I understood how relationships work and how to make sure you add value to relationships and serve others first. And so when I saw how real estate worked, I was going to school to be I was going to college to be a lawyer. My dad's an attorney. And so I want to become a Supreme Court Chief Justice, because if you ever become a Supreme Court Justice, it's a lifetime appointment. So you don't have to worry about getting fired. That's job security in my mind. So I was like, cool, let me do that until I got to college. I'm like, whoa, hold on a second. I got to go to school for 4 years. Then I got to go to law school for 4 years. Then I had to pass the bar just so I could start making money. Like, nah, I ain't waiting that long. So when I found real estate, I'm like, whoa, hold on a second. I take all my sales ability and skill sets, all my relationship ability I learned through club promotions, I could combine them and really start crushing in real estate. And that's how I kind of found real estate in 2004.
So let me jump in there. So as far as specifically wholesaling, how did you find about that? Did someone mention that? Did you watch a video? How did you get specifically into wholesaling?
Sure. The way I got into wholesaling is, so my sister, so I'm 50% Trinidadian, I'm 50% Jewish, I'm 100% entrepreneur, right? And so I've always been on like some candy, let me fix lead pencils, let me draw mazes. So I've always been kind of like hustling out there. My sister was like the original hustler for me. And so she like connected me with ridiculous relationships. So one of the people she was babysitting for, she was babysitting for this ex-football player. And so this ex-football player, he lived out here. And so he's raising capital on off season. I just got done reading Rich Dad Poor Dad, all entrepreneured up. And so I'm like, I know I want to work for myself. I'm not sure what to do. And so he's like, hey, you can come into the auctions for me. I'll give you $1,000. You have to come drive the properties at 6 o'clock in the morning. And then on my lunch break, when I was working at the call center, I could go in, and bid for him. So I bid for him, boom, boom, boom. Got like 4 months of going to the property, waking up at 6 a.m., seeing these properties straight. I finally get one deal. He hits me with $1,000, and I'm geeked. I'm like, whoa, $1,000? So I made basically what it takes me 2 weeks to make in my call center world. I made off of one deal, and so I'm super excited. I'm reading books. I'm going on websites, rei.com. And one of the first books, I think I actually have it here. Let me see. Where's it at? You know what? I don't see it. Man, I thought I had it. Oh, here it is. Perfect. One of my very first books I ever read. Well, put me on the wholesale. Is this one right here.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Ron LeGrand. All right, Ron LeGrand. I mean, I got my scripts. I wrote up here. I underlined. I was writing my own scripts, and so I saw. So I'll go to bid at the auction, read Ron LeGrand's book, figure out how things would go, and I want to pour. And I remember this is before. This is 2004, so there was no Facebook.
Right.
All right, there's no LinkedIn. So this is like newspaper stuff still, you know. So super motivated to learn. Well, his wife was Trinidadian, and so the older Trinidadian didn't like the younger Trinidadian being around anymore. So my sister got fired. So unbeknownst to me, I got fired. And so, but no, he tells me. So I'm going to the house 6 a.m. like always. There's Range Rover outside. I'm knocking on the door. I'm ringing the doorbell. I'm calling him, emailing him. Straight ghost me. Straight gave me ex-girlfriend treatment. I'm like, bro, I'm super hurt. I'm like, wow, I'm laying in the bed for like 2 days. Like my career's over. What am I going to do? I thought I was going to do this with my life. Super depressed. Then I went back down to the auction because remember I won that one deal. So all those other guys didn't know how green I was. So all I knew, I was like, I just got to get one of them, at least teach me what the next steps are. So I ended up talking with this one guy, John Ray. It's funny, I just ran into him today. But this is 15 years ago. I ended up taking him out to lunch. He teaches me how to comp a property. And then he teaches me how to comp a property. And now, like I said, this is 04. So I used to get the newspaper. And every Sunday, and while my friends watching football, I watch football too, but I was circling the for sale by owners. All the for sale, and that's only I knew how to file leads. I didn't know about mailers. I didn't know about driving for dollars. I didn't know about any of that stuff. All right, and I didn't. And being half Jewish, I wasn't trying to drop any dollars. I wasn't sure this was going to work. So I want all the free 99 stuff. Well, it cost me $1 to get the newspaper. So circled them, and then I remember the first deal I got was called this one lady in Sun Lake, East Valley. Is a retirement community. Talked with the lady. She wanted to sell the property. Like, cool. Gave me a number. Like, great. So I called my investor. Like, hey, John, I think I got one. She wants to sell. He's like, well, give me the address. I'm like, well, it's the price. It's the address. He types in the numbers. Okay, yeah, I can do the deal. I'm like, yeah, okay. Well, what do we do? What happens next? And so he's like, Elijah, well, how much do you want to make? So at this time, all I ever made was $1,000. So I was about to say $1,000 and been straight with it. However, the half Jewish side kicked in, right? So I threw another zero out there. I'm like, I want to make 10,000 on this one, and I was just quiet. You know, the first one who talks loses, right? So I hear him calculating the numbers. On me. It felt like taking 20 minutes. It was only 2 minutes, but he's like, you know what? 10,000. Okay, I can make that work. Done. I'm like, done? Okay, what do I need to do? Do I need to meet you over there with my overalls, a bucket of paint? What do I got to do to earn this money? He's like, you did everything. In 2 weeks, your check should be at the title company. And until fast forward 2 weeks later, I go to the title company. I have my check there. And then check this out. This is going to tie you really good when we get into the mindset piece. But so I get my very first check, I see $10,000 with my name on it. I mean, super excited. I mean, Arizona gets hot out. It gets like 120 degrees out here. So it gets hot. So I get the check. I get in my car. I put the check in. I mean, make sure the check's right in shotgun with me. I put the seatbelt over the check. Don't want anything to happen to the check. I put the AC on the check. I don't want the ink to dry. I mean, the run because it's all hot out here. And so I'm driving, right? So as I'm driving, I get to a red light. Boom, I'm at this red light. Who do I see to my right at this red light? Sheriff Joe Arpaio's chain gang. So the chain gang's out there. And now at the time, I have braids at the time, right? Because I had braids for like the first decade in real estate. Yeah, everybody say, no, you can never do braids in real estate. Nobody's gonna take you serious. Like, I'll show you. So next thing you know it, I am getting I see the guy over this side. This guy has braids too, so him and I lock eyes with each other. I'm like, why am I locking eyes with this dude? Like, what's going on? Like, red light turned to green. It's getting super awkward, freaking weird. So it hits green. So I start driving. As I'm driving, like within 30 seconds of me driving, it hits me like a ton of bricks. Bam! I'm going to go to jail. That was God telling me that if I go and cash this check, that I'm going to be right there with the chain gang with it. I'm going to be braided up, sweating it out on the side, picking up trash too. I'm like, there's no way I'm a black man with braids, no college education. You work 4 hours and make $10,000. No way, this is fraud. You cash a check, you're going to jail. So I literally make a U-turn. I don't cash a check, Toby. I don't cash a check. I go home for 30 days. For 30 days, I don't cash a check. Now it's time to pay rent. So you either go to jail or be homeless. So I'm like, at least let me go and try to cash the check. So I go to the bank, and when I get to the bank, I give the cashier the check, and the cashier does one of these on me. It's like, this is the biggest check you ever had before. I'm like, Yeah. She's like, oh, I gotta clear with the manager. Man, I want to take that check back and just run out of there. But she already walked back. So she's walking back, and the manager comes to me and says these words I've never heard before. And he says, Mr. Rubin, how would you like your cat? I'm like, Mr. Rubin? All right. I thought you said I'm only 21 years old at the time. I'm like, yeah, I want 10 sacks of $1,000. And so when he gives me those 10 sacks of $1,000, I want to put them in the money envelopes. I put them in the money envelopes, grab the money envelopes, walk down there, drop one, pick one back up. I get in my car. I put a shotgun, put the seatbelt on him, put the AC on the dollars, you know. And Toby, I remember to this day as if it was yesterday. I turned the music up, I turned the AC on, and I just started pounding on my steering wheel. And the liberation and the freedom I felt that I will never work for another person as long as I live. If I could turn words into wire, conversations into cashier's check, I will free my future generations. I'm going to retire my family. I don't care how many times it's going to take me. I would never do anything but this until I'm a multimillionaire. 15 years later, this is all I do.
That's awesome. And I think that first check is like validation, right? It's like you hear about people doing it. I mean, in your time, you didn't, you were working for the other guy, but in today's world, you see all these people cashing checks, but when you first cash your own check, it's like, boom, this stuff is real. This stuff exists. I can do it. I can do it,
Roger Lannister.
Yeah.
If you can run the mile in 4 minutes, I can.
Yep. And so let's just fast forward a little bit here. So talk about what your business look like today. What's your team look like today? What's your marketing? What are you doing for marketing? How are you generating leads? Let's talk about that. Sure.
So fast forward. I am really good at making things complicated. And I'm really good at it, So a gem alert, please, if you guys haven't read the book, I'm giving out the gem right now. Read Traction. Have you read the book Traction?
I got that book. I'm almost done, actually. It's a great book.
Well, I did the same thing. I had the book for about 6 years. I read like the first chapter, like, nah, I'm not the systems type of guru. That's not my skill set. I'm personable. I'm people related. I want to talk. I want to connect with people. That is my skill set. However, just because not your skill set doesn't mean you don't need to be equipped with the knowledge. And so once I finally read the book, if I read the book earlier, it would shave off 7 to 8 years off my career. Easily. All right. So I highly recommend that. So now that I read the book, now that I have my own integrator, I'm a visionary. I have my integrator who's Jennifer Canado, operation director. And so now, the way my team consists, I have myself, who's a visionary and the owner, and I have my operation director, who's the visionary, who's the integrator, who's Jennifer. I have my acquisition manager and my marketing manager, who's Michael. I have 6 virtual assistants who just are cold callers who make phone calls. I have 1 acquisition rep who just who does a second touch, making offer ranges, which we're hiring another 3 more people this week for that. We have a marketing VA who just puts some of our marketing together. We have our data VA who helps keep our list and data together. We have two high-level engineer VAs, and that's something that I slept on. I learned this year because, I mean, if you can go to these events like all-in events, and you go to Rafael Vargas events, which is super phenomenal to do. Highly recommend it if you have these 2 pieces. A, do you have marketing dollars to put into it after you get all geeked out, you want to do everything? And then 2, do you have somebody smarter than you to put it together? Because a lot of people go to these events, and I don't know how to set up RVM campaigns. I don't know how to set up SMS, API, tracking with my Podio. I don't know how to do any of that. So you're going to be geeked up. You're going to have all the stuff that you can't put in play. And so Jennifer and I, we found these 2 high-level. One guy lives in Argentina. Another guy lives in Pakistan. I paid them $30 an hour. All right, but if they're in America, they'd be paid $300 an hour. All right, so they're high-level, very smart, very intricate project managers, so that I give them projects instead of Jennifer taking a month and a half to try to Google it out and go to YouTube University and figure it out. We give it to them in 2 weeks to get started, and we just give them. We don't keep them on payroll for 40 hours. We just give them projects by projects. So we got those 2 project managers. We have our admin team for the VA side. We're hiring a couple more acquisition reps. And so that's roughly a total with our company we have, with our VAs all included. We have about 12 people part of our team.
Okay, awesome. So you said, so it sounds like your only marketing channel right now, correct me if I'm wrong, is just cold calling. Is that strictly what you're doing?
So right now, our main marketing channels are going to be cold calling is our strongest one for sure. So we have our 6 VAs making cold calls. They call about 600 calls a day a piece. So that's about 3,000 a day. And we expect each of them to at least get 3 seller intake sheets that I want to offer a day for the KPI. So that gives us roughly about 15,000 calls a week. Okay, 60,000 a month. All right, and then we're putting out roughly. We had to switch services because they weren't keeping with the output. But we're putting about 5,000 SMSs a day, so 5,000 text messages a day. We're doing about 5,000 RVMs a day. So we're really ramping that side up. And then I'm still really big on the old school RVM, right? Old school RVM. So all these youngins. All right, all you youngins out here are on these RVMs, and which are ringless voicemails for most people, right? However, you go back. I mean, ringless voicemails have only been out for like 3-4 years. That hasn't been around forever, right? So I'm on the traditional old school RVM, which is called Relationship Vision Multiplier. Relationship Vision Multiplier. So when I connect with players like yourself, when I go to other masterminds, when I go to other meetups, when I go online, I'm connecting with other real players, other real bosses, and I'm building those relationships. And then I'm understanding what is their vision, what do they need, explaining what my vision is, what do I need. And then the more I do that, I serve others, and then I'm being served. As you do that and you add more people to your role, that you literally multiply. So if I know, hey, what deals do you have? Oh, you have a 3-bedroom, 2-bathroom in this side of town. Oh, and you have a hard money lender who's can put up, only have to put 10% down. Great. So now I have that in my back pocket. Now let me tell you what I have, what I'm looking for. And because I do that, I've done that over a course of time, over years, I get deals still sent to me decade ago, relationships I cultivated, and that's on the old school RVM. And those are our main 4 channels.
Okay. Yeah, I think those are great channels, and I think you touched on it a lot. And I think it's important, like referrals, building relationships, and things like that, because that's free. That's just all about building a relationship, and they can bring you some leads down the road. They can provide some value. I know you touched on it a couple of times, so I want to expand on it a little bit. I know you went to the All-In event, so talk about what made you want to go and why it's so important for you to go. I did interview Carlos, which is a great guy. I'll have the link below in the description here. But I want you to, since you've been there, I want you to talk about your experience there, what it did for you personally, and also for your business as well.
Sure. So I went to so they've done 3 so far.
Right.
And so they're on the second one. I'm so happy to see younger generation, young minorities get into it. I mean, I'm just so happy because, like I said, this wasn't the way it was at first. Like I said, I really thought I was the only minority out here in Arizona doing real estate at my age when I first started. Like, there's none of us. I don't see anyone who looks like me or even looks semi like me out here get into it. So to see Carlos, Sal, and Alex get to it, we met each other at the 7-Figure Flip group. That's in California a couple of years ago. And I knew Alex for a little while, but he's like only 19, 20 years old. I mean, I get a lot of people hit me up. So I didn't know he was going to be that Alex, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
So, sorry, I mean, I don't want to say I curved him, but I just said, like, I didn't make an effort to meet with him, all right? Then I called him up on a bandit side, on some random base, and didn't know it's him. I go, this Alex, oh, yeah, we should definitely connect with me. Still didn't meet, but we reconnected. And then so we was out there in San Francisco, reconnected, got a chance to chop it up, missed the first event. Second event, I ended up going to. We would start rocking and started going to, and off of that one event, my girl, who's my operation director, Jennifer Carnado, she got with all the other ladies there. There's about like 5 or 6 different girls, and she at lunch, she's got all the ladies together, and then they started like doing an old mastermind within the mastermind, connecting. What do you do? What do you do? What do you do? Like, let's get on the phones. Let's get on a Zoom call every other Tuesday. And so from that one event, and I think one of the best powerful pieces I learned at the first event, Warren, is that there is an unusual amount of executors at these events. Because I've been to other masterminds, and maybe 10% of people do what they're actually freaking learning. Right. People here, I'd say about 50% of people are getting to it, knocking numbers out. And so you're able to see younger people in different market knocking ridiculous numbers out. So it helps inspire you and drives you like, oh, are you going to put up 30? Are you going to have a triple-double? All right, let me go hit this gym real quick. So that was really dope to see. And one technique alone. We learned this one technique about how to do the soft auctions. So we're able to, so basically, you're able to take your property, and they didn't tell us during the training, but I learned this in real life, is that don't do this in the hood. It only works in good areas, all right? Nobody wants to auction on your property in the hood, all right? So, but if you have a good area and it's a good property, you could do a soft auction where you put it out to your database, like, hey, the house, like, first, I'll give you the exact numbers on this one. We had a property in Tempe, it's a good area. Property's worth about $350, $400, and I ended up getting the property for $165,000. It's a probate deal, all right? I worked on it, got a probate deal through a personal relationship that one of those RVMs I created. Ended up getting a probate deal, and so I was going to put it out for like $200,000, and that's still 35, 40 grand. That's still solid money. I mean, that's almost a doctor's salary. Cool, but after going to the event, I'm like, let me not just put it out there to my investor who I usually hit with this. Let me put it out there on a soft auction. Let them know, hey, opening bid is at $185,000. Highest and best offer. We're taking this by next Friday. We're going to pick the best offer. Doesn't mean it's the highest offer, but it's the best offer, best terms, everything.
Right.
And so fast forward, I ended up getting a buyer for $235,000.
Wow.
$35,000 more than what I possibly would have taken. So instead of making $45,000, I made $73,000 on that one deal. $0 out of pocket marketing, RVM relationship deal, and a probate deal. And I wouldn't have done that if I didn't go to the all-in event and really learn that knowledge piece. So that's what I learned from that one event. So now, as far as this last event we went to, well, because they saw like they saw like I do some inspirational instructing and speaking, and I got a chance to open up for Eric Thomas this year. And so I have some relationships that like, hey, we want you and your girl to be on a power panel this year. And so Jennifer and I were on the power panel, and we got a chance to speak. And Jennifer was just kind of sharing how she built all the ladies, they're troubleshooting with each other. All right, I tested this out. That didn't work here. Use this contact, use this engineer, and try that, which is so dope. And I'm hearing her waking up at 5 a.m. doing this, making me like, damn, I got to get with some of the guys. We got to get it cracking. And so out of this part here, out of this one, I think the biggest part is understanding the value of the people sitting next to you, because these are real people who are executing. You can do your own accountability group. You don't have to ask anybody for permission. You can go and just make it happen yourself. And then the second thing is just the value of leveraging technology. That's one thing I was very slow on that I'm finally catching up with. But leveraging technology is going to be your biggest friend as things keep moving further and further online.
Yeah. I mean, I think you pretty much put the nail on the head. You said that one tip was worth the event. You made $73,000 on that deal. It's a perfect segue. You mentioned Eric Thomas. I know you built a relationship with Eric Thomas. Can you talk about, first of all, how you manifested that, or how you were able to build that relationship with Eric Thomas? Because I know you're really big on that. I see your posts on social media, with him, and you're a big fan of him. So talk about how you were able to build that relationship, because Eric Thomas is a pretty most sought out inspirational speaker in the country here. So talk about how you were able to build that relationship. For
sure. No, I'm really big on what we think about, we bring about. Like manifestation is real. Being understand where focus goes, energy flows, results will inevitably show. And so I saw ET probably about 5 years ago online, the YouTube. You want to succeed as bad as you want to breathe.
I love that.
And like, oh, snaps, this guy's dope. Oh, man, he's a brother. He's smart. He has mad swag, plus substance, and he's sincere. And like, you don't get those three together, I'm like, whoa, this guy's in corporate events with Jordans and a hat on. I'm like, yo, this guy switched it, changed the game. Like, man, if I could ever meet this guy, I'll just be honored. I'd just be honored if I could ever meet him. And so because I've been in business for 15 years, I know all the OGs out here. All right, so I know, and a lot of times I know their OG, right? So, Sean Terry, you know who Sean Terry is?
Yeah.
Right, so he's a guru now, whatnot. But we're in the guru capital of American Arizona, right? So I got them all out here, and so I know the guy who trained Sean back in the day. This guy Mike Lima, and so like I have a really good relationship with him, and so I remember back in the day when me and Sean, like we had to be quiet in the meeting and let Mike and my guy who I was introducing, they had to let them talk. We're the small pups. We had to be quiet, you know. And so we always knew each other from back in the day. I ended up buying like 7 houses from this one lady. I made some offer at $162,438.26. Weird offer, right? Next thing you know, after buying 7 houses, she doesn't return my call. She doesn't get back with me at all. Next thing you know, I look over and a month later, I see my offer that I gave her by Sean Terry. He's on title, and it's like $10,000 over my weird offer. So obviously, my offer came up at some part of the conversation, and something happened where they decided not to call me back and go with this higher offer. So my yarmulke tilted a little bit. Something felt a little shady. So I saw that Sean was bringing ET out, so I had a reason to hit Sean up. So I'm like, yo, Sean, I see you guys close this deal. One of you guys might have kind of took the deal. My yarmulke tilted a little bit, but hey, do a personal introduction for me with ET. Take me out to lunch. We call it water under the bridge. He's like, cool, come on up here. So by me going up there, Sean makes an intro for me. I end up meeting up with ET's business partner because he's black and white too, a little mulatto dude, and he's only 32 years old at the time too. So I'm really keen on behind scene dudes because I know people who really run in systems and processes. And so he's like a more humbled, more focus-driven, more sincere, integrity-based Dame Dash. You know, like Dame was really wrote for Jay, but he wanted to be the man that ego wouldn't let him like stay humble and like help blow Jay up. Well, C's the opposite of that. He removes his ego, and I saw how he monetizes free. So he's the very first person I ever paid in my whole career, any type of consulting, any type of coaching. I just didn't want to ever pay for the gurus, which is another mistake I made too. Because I thought I was hustling. I thought like, oh, I don't pay nobody. Yeah, I'm winning. Well, all right, I didn't pay with my money. I paid with my time. Because now I'm 15 years here and not multi-milled out because I had to still learn a piece of information I didn't want to learn on my own versus fast forwarding and just learning and jumping that time. So after meeting, doing speaking consulting with CJ, me and E, I got a chance to go to LA with them, and so I'm in the back of the car. Back in the van, and his wife has MS, and so she has lesions on her brain, and so like she could die, and so when the weather gets cold, it makes her body really hurts her, it causes lots of pain, and so what ends up happening, he was telling him like, hey, we should move out here to California, and his wife's like, yeah, we should, huh? So my yarmulke started like glowing because I knew like this is like one of those moments in life. Speak up, like he doesn't know what I do. He's just not aware that I can get to it like that, you know. So I'm like, yo, let me help you find a house out here. He's like, what do you mean? You only buy a house in Arizona? I'm like, man, I can buy a house anywhere in the world if I put my mind to it, if I want to focus on it. He's like, well, talk to Commander in Chief Didi, and so I'm like, Didi, let me be the guy. Let me be that guy to help you find it. She's like, cool. So we go through. It's about a year and a half. I'm sending properties from them coming out here. I'm flying out there. I'm driving showing properties out there. I'm running his credit report, looking at his tax returns. So I'm seeing this guy's living extremely frugal. He makes way more than he spends. He lives out there in Michigan. So he's super humble. Right. Modern Martin Luther King of our time. I'm seeing his numbers. After a year and a half, his daughter decides to go to Michigan State. So he's like, Elijah, hey, you know what? We're going to hold off for a couple of years. What do I owe you? I expect you to spend money, spend time. What do I owe you? So I want to take care of you and your guys' time for it. I mean, I'm not buying a house. You got to make some money somehow. I'm like, you know what? Your money's no good with me. You just being in my life, you use relationship, this is my cost. He's like, oh, really? He's like, all right, I got you. I didn't know what I got you meant, but I'm like, hey, cool. But like, that's fine. That's what's up. So fast forward about 2 years ago, he ends up calling me. I'm in California. He ends up calling me up like, yo, Elijah, like, yo, I need you. I'm like, you need me? Whatever you want. Yeah, the Martin Luther King of our time is saying he needs you. I'm like, whatever you need, done, whatever it is. So long story short, he ends up finding a building in Michigan. It's worth about $1.2 million. It's a 2-building, 30,000 square feet on 13 acres. Wow. So the doctor is going to sell the property. And this was so dope. When you add so much value, like what you're doing, Toby, you're adding value to other people, you know. You take your time and you're intentionally planting seeds. When you do it at the level that he does it, look what happens. Like, he's been planting seeds, doing those Thank God It's Monday videos for over a decade. Yeah. So one of their doctors, when the doctors were selling the property, his daughter was addicted to opiates, to Oxycontin. And so she almost overdosed, she almost died. And so what got her clean, she watched 1.5 years of E.T.'s videos. Never met E.T., just watched his videos and got herself clean off of E.T.'s video.
That's crazy.
Yeah, so when the doctor's like, whoa, Eric Thomas is buying my property, he did yourself for 1.1, they decided to sell for $600,000 to him. They took a 50% discount just because of the seeds he planted years in advance. Not even knowing the daughter, never talked to the daughter or the husband or the father once. So he's getting a property for $600,000, which is dope in itself, right? Then but he tells, so he goes to Chase Bank like, hey, I want to get a loan. I'll put $300,000 down, and I want to get a loan for my church. When he says church versus saying his corporate headquarters, Chase don't loan money to churches. Most lenders don't loan money to churches because nobody wants to foreclose on God. Right? So he's like, I don't know what to do. He's like, everybody said no to me. Elijah, can you get the deal funded for me? I'm like, yep, I'll get that done. Like, I don't know how I'm going to get a church. I've never done no church deal before, but yep, we're going to get it done. So, I mean, I'm calling a group of people. So, like, a month goes by. Everybody's saying no to me because of 3 reasons. A, one, not everybody knows who Eric Thomas is still.
Right. 2,
nobody wants to invest in, like I said, in the church. And 3, nobody wants to be out there in Detroit or in Michigan investing in the whole Michigan. So they're like, nah, bro, sorry. So I'm getting no. And so he's like, Elijah, I got to put $100,000 up. And it goes hard. Can you get this done for me? So if I tell him no, he's like, I just wasted a month on you. Like, man, I knew, man, I was wrong about you. So I didn't want to tell him no. And so I tell him yes. I'm like, yeah, I got you. He's like, I'll put up $100,000. It goes hard. Are you sure? I'm like, yes, I'm sure. Bro, man, I'm telling you, I'm so nervous. I'm like, man, I'm not only am I gonna not get the deal done, now I'm gonna lose the relationship, but I'm gonna cost Martin Luther King $100,000. Like, man, I'll just be the worst thing ever. So I'm stressed now. I'm reaching out all relationships. I'm calling all over the place. Fast forward, my dad retired. He had money in the thrift savings account. I was able to get with this owner of this IRA company, self-directed IRA company, have him shift his money over to a self-directed IRA company. Worked it out where ET still paid me $10,000 to handle things. Had my dad do the loan, got my dad interest, got the deals done. And I remember ET was driving to the closing table. He's like, man, you understand what you helped me do? I was sleeping in buildings, eating out trash cans. Now I'm about to own my own building. You have changed the trajectory of my family's life. Like, almost a tear almost came down my eyes. Told me, I'm like, wow, if I die today, my life has served a purpose. So because I did all that, he gave me the opportunity to open up and speak with him when he's in Arizona for the 1% Club. Him and Cole Hatter from Thrive is out here in January, so that was a big opportunity. Yeah.
Wow, what an incredible story! I mean, I never heard that story. That's an incredible story. I mean, it just shows, like you said, you're planting these little seeds, and you keep watering them, and then eventually they'll grow to what you want them to be. That's pretty crazy, man. So as we continue to kind of wrap this up here, last couple questions here. So I'm gonna pivot a little bit here and not talk about real estate here. So what's the best advice you ever received?
Ooh, man, I received a lot of good advice because these RVMs, I'm gonna learn it all, not to know it all. So the best advice I've ever received, I'll say 2. One is control the controllables. Okay, control the controllables, meaning things that you don't have control over. Don't sweat. Don't spend time, energy controlling. Think about things you have no control over. Focus on what's right in front of you and things you have control over. And then one of the best, and then another one is remind yourself, no one's built like you. You designed yourself. And so that's from Hov, that's from Jay. But one of the best ones because you might don't worry what. It's very easy to look at a Carlos and sell oh, look what they got, Lambos, got Phantoms. Man, either I'm not enough or I will never be able to get that level or what's wrong with me. Nah. Bless that man. All right, send that good karma out. But I'm saying you have some unique gift, God, talent, and purpose, potential inside of you. And if you just focus on building what's already inside of you, you could triple, put you anywhere on God's green earth and watch you triple your worth if you believe in yourself and if you know that you have it there already.
Love it. I'm going to put you on the spot here.
Do it.
It's a little, you probably never heard this question. So what's one question you've always wanted to answer yet have never been asked?
One question. That's a good one. I'm about to swagger jack that. That was a good one. What's one question I always want to answer that I never been able to ask? Oh, that never been asked.
Right.
When I was what's one of my first negotiation lessons in life? Sometimes I'll bring it up in the story when I'm speaking, but no one's actually asked it. Like, what's one of my first negotiation lessons I learned in life? And so one of those first negotiation lessons was when I was in probably about 5 years old, 6 years old. My older sister, I was telling you about, Jasmine. We were some young hustlers. So I was slinging rocks at 5 years old, but not those type of rocks, right? So we'd get a Riverstone rocks. We'd grab like 5 to 10 of them, and we'd come back in the house. We'd take my mom's nail polish, and then we'll paint on them. And then once we paint on them, we make a little picture and whatnot. Or we take the rocks, and then like cute little curls. I'm knocking on the door, big old bad eyes. So we got these rocks. We got one for $2. And then 2 of them for $3.50, and we give them 2 of them for $3.50 to give you $5 to keep the change, right? So boom, and so I'm knocking on doors, I'm selling them, and I'm selling all of them. We're selling out every single day. We're selling out, right? So I go to my sister after like 2 weeks of selling out. I'm like, all right, hey, where do I get paid? Where's my do I get paid by my money? You know, she paid me in Snicker bars and Reese's Buttercups.
She got you.
She gave me the baby Little Wayne. Gave me a car. Like, I don't want a car, yo. I want. Just give me Snickers, like, so that's my first level of negotiation. It's like, hey, this is like, check your contract. Check your contract over, like, damn.
That's a funny story, man. So I know you do some Tactical Thursdays and Mindset Mondays. Can you talk about what exactly that is and where can people look for that?
Sure, thank you. I appreciate that, Toby. So for the next 5 weeks, I have my ebook, Master the Art of No. I had so many people reach out to me like, man, this book is good. It's not just for real estate. I got different industries because last year I did 100 episodes, live negotiation calls, 100 live negotiation calls. I just call sellers live. And then I started letting people know to be a part of my closed group on Facebook called Consistently Closing. And so once you're part of the group, you click on the About section, you type in your information, you'll automatically get my ebook, Master the Art of No, and my pre-call affirmations. And so I had so many people like, yo, this ebook's good, but where's those other affirmations you do during the daytime? Can I get some of those? So I saw that that's like a lot of people really like these affirmations. And even Carlos and Sal had me do affirmation at this last event to lead everybody in the affirmation. So I had a lot of people reach out to me and they're like, Elijah, can I get the book? Can I get the ebook? And so I decided to make a hard copy book. And it's called Master the Art of No, where I added my affirmations to the back of it, added some more details, some more content to it to make it really, really valuable. And so I'm going to be releasing it here in April, mid-April. So to lead up some value to it, I started doing these Get Your Mind Right Mondays, because a lot of people like to come to me for mindset mastery, and really how to create manifestation through affirmation, vision boards. So there's certain things I do that I've done over the last 15 years that I specifically go over on Mondays. Then and then I do my Tactical Thursdays at 6 o'clock Arizona time, where I'm actually going over a technique I actually closed over $100 million worth of real estate transactions with. I'm actually taking techniques that I'm going to charge $5,000 for in the future. I'm giving away for free, where they're able to see, and most of the biggest part of the values on both of them is when I leave it open for my Q&A time. So, I mean, because they get asked about any topic on fire damage, niche, on mindset, or on motivation, on techniques, on building relationships, or just questions, and I'm able to open it up. And so for those of you who would like to join it, you're able to go to Elijah I. Rubin Facebook page, or you could go to my Consistently Closing closed group, and you go on there and you click on the event. You see RSVP. You get the Zoom link on Mondays at 6 o'clock, on Thursdays at 5 o'clock. I'm doing another 4 weeks worth, so you get those 4 weeks. And then if you want to see me do my affirmations, I've been doing it Monday through Fridays between 8 to 10 a.m. Monday through Friday on my Elijah I. Rubin page on Facebook. And yeah, you got a lot of people just locking in. We call it the Pour Up Squad. All right, where you just pour power into the day, you just pour up time, you know. So pour that power into the day is powerful.
Yeah, I'm gonna have the links below, and I'm part of that group, consistently closely. And I think the value is because he does it live, you get to see the rebuttals, right? If someone responds, has a rejection, you see live how he's able to rebuttal that rejection there. So I think it's a ton of value. I'll have the links below. And I know you said you were looking to hire some acquisition people. Can you talk about that? What you're looking for? What's a perfect candidate in your eyes? Talk about
Sure. I appreciate that, Toby. So yeah, we're looking to bring on 3 more acquisition reps to our team. They don't have to be in Arizona. If you're in Arizona, that's a plus. Obviously, I'd like to be in the energy when we do our affirmation all together. That'd be ideal. However, it's not required. If you have a phone, you have internet, if you have a quiet place to work at, you don't want roosters in the background, you just can't do, we have those cold callers. I have too many leads coming in right now. And I have so many leads coming in, it's bogging down my acquisition manager because somebody has to go through all these leads we're getting and make ballpark offer ranges to them and make sure we're within 20,000 range. When I'm within 20,000 range as an acquisition rep, that gets passed on to my acquisition manager. He closes the deal. You still get paid, so you have the opportunity to earn while you learn without having to put together a whole system and the processes. All that's put together for you. So if you want to run your own company, if you want to be the man, if you want to be in the throne, I got you. This is not the position for you, all right? However, if you want to be a part of a team, be a part of a system, learn from one of the best closers in the game, plus understand that you're going to be a part of something that we're going to grow. The idea to take you from acquisition rep, to move you to acquisition manager, to open up the new markets where you have people on your team, all with our systems and processes already built out for you, so you don't have to go and try to learn and start your own thing, that you could grow with us. And we work from mindset of abundance. We're looking for people to make calls from between 2 to 8, so about 6 hours Monday through Friday. And it's something that if that's something that works for somebody, go to they can email me, or you can go to career. You can email career at Win WIIN LLC, or you can email me directly, Elijah ELIJAH at Win LLC WIIN LLC.com. And like I said, send me your resume. I'll get you set up with Jen, get you through the process, because you have to go through 10 reps to find that one rock star, and I only want 4 rock stars. And I'm gonna, because people ask me all the time, hey, do you do coaching, do you do consulting, mentoring? I stopped all that because I want to pour all that time into my guys. If anybody wants that, go to Tactical Thursday, go to Get You My Right Monday, because I'm giving that away for free to everybody. But if you guys want that one-on-one time, come work part of the team and let me pour into us that way. And so that's what we're looking for. We're looking to bring these people on. So yeah, if that's you, if you feel like you know somebody, refer them to us, and we work out a little referral fee if you bring them on.
Okay. And one last thing here. So what kind of qualities does some acquisition rep need to have? Like, what are you looking for?
Oh, you're right. I'm so sorry. I left all that out. Sorry, my fault. You have to be a closer. No. You don't have to be a closer to get started, but you have to get started to ever become a closer. And so it's that integrity. It's the character. It's the ability to have human dynamics. You can't be freaking weird, all right? It's cool to have awkwardness. I'm awkward as hell. However, I got human dynamics. I'm willing to talk. I go back and forth. You have to be okay with making calls. You have to be able to have short-term memory, because you got to get past the last person just hung up on you and called you a piece of crap. You got to be able to move on to the next call. And you have to be coachable. You have to be learnable. It can't be know-it-all. I already know that. Yep, I know that. I've seen that before. Nope. I do it my way. Well, your way didn't get you that far. Let's try my way, okay? And so if you have the mindset, you have character, you have integrity, you have the capacity to learn, you have the willingness to be a team player, and you want to be a part of something bigger than just yourself, because we're not just doing real estate to do real estate. This is going to be a platform that's going to open up a lot more opportunities, a lot more structure through my Young Millionaire Society platform. There's a lot more things, bigger endeavors and focuses and dreams we want to accomplish. And we know none of that happens unless we get this as the catapult launching pad for it. So we want you to be able to work 30 to 35 hours a week. It's on Arizona time. We're only calling Arizona leads. And like I said, yeah, as long as you have that mindset, you have that relentlessness, you have that grit, that we call wit mindset, that whatever it takes mindset. Like I said, you don't have to be a closer. We could train closers. You don't have the integrity. You don't have that character. I don't care how good a closer you are. I can't rock with you.
Nice. I'll have all the links below in the description. And one last thing. So where can people connect with you, like on social media? What are your handles, IG, Facebook, things like that?
Sure. You can reach me on Instagram. which is Elijah.Rubin, ELIJAH.Rubin, RUBIN. You can reach out to me on Facebook, which is my public page is Elijah I. Rubin. Go ahead and leave me a review. I appreciate that. And then you can always go to my Elijah Rubin is my personal page, and then just be a part of the group, consistently closing secrets. I have it now. Consistently closing secrets. Go ahead and fill in the information. Go ahead and get you added to the group. You always can email me directly at Elijah@WinLLC, as we talked about before. And like I said, like the best part about it, nobody knows I'm here. That's why I'm so excited. Like, dude, what I've done, what I've accomplished, mad people don't even know how you walk on this planet. So I'm excited what the depth I'm going to be able to make with people like you, and then be able to connect with like-minded people, players and bosses who looking to edify other people. Like I said, I want to keep making sure I build a community with people like you. And then one of my goals is to do affirmation. I want to get 100,000 people all doing affirmation at the same time. I want to make meditations for minorities cool. I want to mastering mindset, making purpose popular again.
Yeah, I think that's important. I think especially for minorities, because we're not brought up like that. You know, this is all new to us. You know,
Yeah.
This is something that is required though in order to achieve some sort of success. You know what I mean?
It is. It's crucial, man.
Yeah. But thank you so much again, Elijah. I'll have all the links below, guys.
Perfecto. Hey, I appreciate the opportunity. Thank you guys all there. If you guys come across any fire damage deals too, I'll let your boy, the Fire Damage King, keep me on the breast of those as well. And like I said, my simple goal in life is to leave people in a better position than I met them. So hopefully this time has been valuable to you. Hopefully I shared some good value. I want to make sure that not only am I adding value, but this allows me to put my effort and my energy out there in a whole different circles that I'm not part of. So I thank you, Toby, for giving me the opportunity. You know, it's your guy, Elijah I. Each one teach one, each one reach one. Salute, y'all.
Good stuff, man.